And the landlord is sitting there going, we just emptied the building in one shot, you idiots. You all just defaulted.
But did you see the protests going on right now at Keel and Lawrence?
The student protests?
No.
What are these protests?
You don't know about a protest?
I don't know about a protest.
Darryl Frankfort doesn't know. I thought you were in the know. I thought you knew all the time the protests going on across the country.
What's the protest for? Maybe I don't give a shit.
Don't pay rent at the Keel and Lawrence buildings.
Oh, who's the property owner?
I don't know. We should look it up, but and slander them. But this is at Keel and Lawrence, and there's rats and cockroaches and everything like that.
Yeah.
And
there's a few of these things going on.
Yeah, and they're basically all saying, "Look, we're not going to pay rent because we obviously are living in unsafe conditions."
Yeah,
right?
And you know what?
So they've been talking about it for a while, but now it's like, basically.
And the landlord is sitting there going, we just emptied the building in one shot, you idiots. You all just defaulted. You're gone, you dummies. Now the thing's empty. Thank God it was falling apart. Now we can build a new building here.
Yeah, this started last year, but they were doing a protest again this month. Landlord is Barney River Investments. Now, I'm not saying Barney's a good or a bad landlord, all right? I'm not saying anything like that at all. All I'm saying is right now his tenants aren't very happy.
He's got a problem.
Barney, we don't all love you.
Maybe he's got a solution, though. That's what I'm saying here, TK. This could be like a blessing for the owners.
At Keel and...
Anywhere. It's Toronto.
Yeah, Keel and Lawrence.
Empty building. I mean, it's still rental replacement.
How many people like really,
yeah, it's a pain in the ass.
The strategy is just, clean up the building, keep your tenants there, clean up your tenants there, keep them paying, do your rent guideline increases every single year. And,
Barney's a very white sounding name. So I'm guessing it's a not white owner, right? That's just trying to sound like they're not some slumlord from overseas letting the building just fall to shit, right?
You know what, Darryl, you once again have brought race involved into the conversation.
It's always involved in the conversation.
And overseas have to do
Barney
with our situation.
I just feel purple. Like not Barney the dinosaur, Barney the Flintstone guy.
Oh, that guy. Yeah,
right?
He's cool. Yeah.
I don't know. That just popped in my head. It's probably a stupid thought. But regardless, I just feel like local people that own property, they treat it one way, and other people just allow this kind of thing to happen. And generally, it's not because they give a shit, right? And they generally don't drive by it every day and go, wow, that's like my piece of shit right there. Right. I think generally it's an out of town family that cares more about the land, and those are generally not from Europe.
Now, the bottom line is this, right? When you own a property and you've got certain rights, as far as what your tenants should be doing for you, but you also have some certain responsibilities that you're supposed to provide the tenant. And there's fines and there's all sorts of different things that could be imposed upon you. But at the end of the day, if your rents are all really low and you really just want to turn over those apartments and you really just want those tenants, like, you can make their life pretty miserable to the point that
there are ways
average person is going to just leave and they're going to say, I don't want to live here. There's
rats. Depends how low the rents are. Yeah.
All those type of things. There's average person will leave. The people who don't leave are the real freedom fighters and all that kind of stuff. And these big landlords, they know this.
Were there work orders on the building? Like, there's
probably everything that
inspections
needs to be,
and all kinds of shit?
The mail. Canada Post stopped delivering mail there.
It was that bad that Canada Post wouldn't deliver the mail? Holy Jesus.
So, it's just
everybody's crazy right now.
There's a handbook in every type of real estate. We got the realtor handbook, how to handle certain situations, the developer handbook, how to be able to negotiate on the deal. Then there's the landlord handbook. That this has been written over decades and decades and decades of experience. And this is one of the plays. And every once in a while it happens. It happens in like Parkdale. It happens in these weird neighborhoods that nobody ever hears of. But these are well, capitalized companies. Like they could do some pest control. They could take care of, these little issues and stuff like that. And yeah, it's bad publicity, but it's part of the strategy. And they've got the stones to be able to go through with it.
Right. And that's what I'm saying is like, it has to be part of the strategy because
like, you know what? They think this, they think that, but Barney Investments, whatever limited, they started that corporation.
Why would you
that
do it other?
corporation will disappear when it's all said and done.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
but why would you own a building to just let it fall apart unless that was just part of the plan, right?
exactly. And the way
Like,
that you get these buildings, it's a big difference between owning a residential property. When you own the residential property, you are the person that the bank is qualifying in order to buy that property. They want to know everything about you. What is your stability like? What is your potential to repay that debt? That's who they're advocating, or that's who they're analyzing. When you go and buy a commercial property, they're analyzing the building. They want to know that the building can afford to pay for itself, and they have strict underwriting that they're going to use. Therefore,
they
it
also want you to
includes
guarantee that loan, though. Don't
sure.
forget that. Like, you
Well,
kind of
not in
have
all
to be able.
situations. There's different buildings that they'll finance because they have the debt coverage ratios to support it. But the bottom line is this: in that underwriting, they're taking into account things like repairs and maintenance, which means
Yeah.
they got the money. The building couldn't get financed if there wasn't the money to pay for the bills. And then, of course, you got rent increases and all the things that happen. Maybe they bought it 10, 20 years ago, whatever it is. Maybe they paid it off, whatever the situation is. If they can't you can't go to refinance with anybody and take your equity out unless you have these certain allowances built in, which will ensure that you have enough money to be able to take care of the building. Because
But
the
did
bank
we?
wants to know that they've got that extra money in case they have to take it over for you.
Right.
So it means the money's there. These buildings don't like, it's very hard for those buildings to fall into like a power sale or a receivership type of situation, the commercial multifamily ones, because they were
There's equity in there.
underwritten in a certain way in order to be able to mitigate those type of risks. Hey guys, thanks for watching our clips channel. Why don't you go and check out some more clips? We got lots of other good content somewhere over here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Boom.
That was good.
That was good. I like that. That was good.